안녕하세요. 레이첼쌤이에요. 다시 만나서 반가워요. Continuing from what we learned about vowels last time, today we will learn about basic consonants. Consonants are pronounced differently when they are in the initial consonant position and when they are in the final consonant position, which is called 받침 in Korean. Today, we'll learn about the basic pronunciation of consonants only, and we'll learn about final consonant in detail in chapter 4. Now, let's look at the 14 consonants one by one. The first consonant is 기역. Like the picture, you must draw 기역 bent at 90 degrees at one touch. This is pronounced as g when it is the initial consonant of a letter, and as k when it is the final consonant. For example, the consonant 기역 in the letter ka is pronounced as g. But the consonant 기역 used as a final consonant in the letter hak is pronounced as k, not g. The next consonant is ni은. You must draw ni은 bent at 90 degrees at once. This is pronounced the same as n, whether it comes as an initial or final consonant. For example, the consonant ni은 in the letter no is pronounced as n. And in the word nun, the consonant ni은 in the initial or final position are both pronounced as n. The next consonant is 디귿. For 디귿, draw the line from left to right first and then draw 니은 again from the same point where you started. 디귿 is pronounced as 드 when it comes to the initial consonant and as 트 to the final consonant. For example, the first consonant 디귿 in the letter 달 is pronounced as 드. And in the word good, the consonant 디귿 in final position is pronounced as 트. The next consonant is 리을. For 리을, write 기역 first, then draw a long line from left to right and write 니은 again from where you started the long line. In Korean, there's no separate consonant to distinguish between R and L in English. So, if you write Ryan or lion in Korean, they become lion. Meaning can only be distinguished by context. 리을 is always pronounced as R or L, whether an initial or final consonant. For example, the first consonant 리을 in the letter la is pronounced as R or L. And in the word 물, the consonant 리을 in the final position is pronounced as R or L as well. The next consonant is 미음. When writing 미음, draw the left line from top to bottom, then write 기역 where you started, and then block the bottom from the left to right. 미음 is always pronounced as whether an initial or final consonant. For example, the first consonant 미음 in the letter 모 is pronounced as 무. And in the word 곰, the consonant 미음 in the final position is pronounced as 무 as well. The next consonant is 비읍. When writing 비읍, first draw lines from top to bottom on both sides, and then draw short horizontal lines from left to right in the middle and bottom. It is pronounced as 부 when used as an initial consonant and as 푸 as a final consonant. For example, the first consonant 비읍 in the letter 불 is pronounced as 부. And in the word 집, the consonant 비읍 in the final position is pronounced as 푸. The next consonant is 시옷. Writing 시옷 is very simple. Just draw two lines touching each other. Some people connect the two lines on the top. Others start the second line in the middle of the first line. This varies depending on the font. It is pronounced as 스 when used as an initial consonant and as t as a final consonant. For example, the first consonant 시옷 in the letter 산 is pronounced as 스. And in the word 옷, the consonant 시옷 in the final position is pronounced as 트. The next consonant is 이응. For 이응, just draw a circle counterclockwise. It is not pronounced as an initial consonant and as as a final consonant. For example, since the first consonant 이응 of 요 is not pronounced, the letter 요 is pronounced as 요, just like when pronouncing only the vowels. And in the word 강, the consonant 이응 in the final position is pronounced as 응. The following consonant is 지읒. When writing 지읒, draw the line above from left to right, then write 시옷 under the line in the center. It is pronounced as z when used as an initial consonant and as t as a final consonant. For example, the first consonant 지읒 of 집 is pronounced as z. And in the word not, the consonant 지읒 in the final position is pronounced as 트. The next consonant is 치읓. When writing 치읓, draw a short vertical line over 지읒, then write 지읒 under that line. It is pronounced as 치 when used as an initial consonant and as 트 as a final consonant. 치읓 is the aspirated sound of 지읒 and is a consonant derived by combining 지읒 and 히읗. 지읒 plus 히읗 makes 치읓. For example, the first consonant 치읓 in the letter 초 is pronounced as 츠. And in the word 꽃, the consonant 치읓 in the final position is pronounced as 트. The next consonant is 기역. As you can see, 기역 looks similar to 기역. Just draw 기역 first and then draw another line inside it. 기역 is always pronounced as 크, whether an initial or final consonant. 기역 is the aspirated sound of 기역 and is a consonant derived by combining 기역 and 히읗. 기역 plus 히읗 makes 기역. For example, in the word 코 and 억, the consonant 기역 in the initial or final position are both pronounced as 크. The next consonant is 티읕. As you can see, 티읕 looks similar to 디귿. To draw 티읕, draw two lines from left to right, then write 니은 at the starting point of the first line. Ti읕 is always pronounced as 트, whether an initial or final consonant. Ti읕 is the aspirated sound of 디귿 and is a consonant derived by combining 디귿 and 히읗. 디귿 plus 히읗 makes 티읕. For example, in the word 트 and 솥, the consonant 티읕 in the initial or final position are both pronounced as 트. The next consonant is 피읍. When writing 피읍, draw a long line at the top from left to right, then draw two short vertical lines, then block the bottom with a long line. In Korean, there is no separate consonants to distinguish between P and F in English. So if you write pan or fan in Korean, they both become pan. Meaning can only be distinguished by context. 피읍 is the aspirated sound of 비읍 and is a consonant derived by combining 비읍 and 히읗. 비읍 plus 히읗 makes 피읍. 피읍 is always pronounced as 프, whether an initial or final consonant. For example, in the word po and ip, the consonant p in the initial or final position are both pronounced as p. The last consonant is hyet. As you can see, hyet looks very similar to iung. It looks like a hat on top of iung. You can write hyet by drawing the short vertical line first, then the long horizontal line, then write iung under it. It is pronounced as h when used as an initial consonant, and as t as a final consonant. For example, the first consonant hyet in the letter ha is pronounced as h. And in the word note, the consonant hyet in the final position is pronounced as t. When hyet is combined with 기역, 디귿, 비읍, 지읒, they become the same series of uppercases 키읔, 티읕, 피읕, 치읕. When 기역 and hyet combined together, it becomes 키읔. And when 디귿 and hyet combined together, it becomes 티읕. And when 비읍 and hyet combine together, it becomes 피읍. And finally, when 지읒 and hyet combined together, it becomes 치읒. Now let's read the consonants we just learned by combining them with the vowel R. If we add the vowel R to the consonant 기역, we get the letter 가. 기역 and R makes 가. Let's read them by adding 니은, 디귿, 리을, 미음 in the same way. Now, download the consonant writing chart and write the consonants in the correct order several times. It will be more effective if you write each consonant sound out loud. Next, read through the 100 words in the workbook. It is okay if you do not memorize the meaning of the words at this point. Since you are in the stage of practicing reading Korean words, listen to Rachel's YouTube videos and read it repeatedly several times, and then send your reading practice to the teacher using a speech to text. You can check if the text takes your Korean pronunciation correctly. For each lesson, I have prepared 5 ways to practice below. I recommend that you practice sufficiently before moving on to the next lesson. 1. Go to the workbook and practice reading words that we learned today. 2. Go to the vocabulary book, read the words repeatedly, and memorize their meaning. 3. Go to Quizlet and practice today's lesson. 4. After setting the Korean language on your phone, try saying the words you learned today in Korean to the AI using speech to text. You can check if your pronunciation is converted into text well. 5. Go to the Google form and submit your homework. How was the vowel and consonant classes? The unfamiliar letters and pronunciations must have been complicated, but if you follow Rachel's and practice slowly one by one, you will soon be able to read and write Korean. Now that you have taken the first step, don't give up and work together. I will do it with you. In the next chapter, we will learn about Korean double vowels. 모두 수고했어요. 다음 시간에 만나요. 안녕.